Welcome in, South Tama Trojan fans. We're live from Vinton-Shellsburg High School right now, and we're just quickly getting you updated. The STC Trojan boys are in action against the Clippers at the moment. We are on our fourth match of this duel, the first duel of the night. South Tama, Vinton-Shellsburg, and Clear Creek-Amana in action here. South Tama taking on Clear Creek-Amana in this first duel. What you're seeing here on the mat, South Tama's Marcus Bear is wrestling against Ethan Williams of Clear Creek-Amana. And Bear is trailing 3-2. Oh, yep, he is trailing 3-2 with 1:16 to go in the second period. Bear working underneath in the black and white singlet. And Ethan Williams in the all blue for Clear Creek-Amana. The Clippers up in Class 3A now as they're a growing suburban district down by Iowa City. South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg in 2A. To quickly catch you up on the action here, this is our fourth bout of this match. We started at 160. It was Riker Jones getting a win by fall against Kendra Jeanette of South Tama. Then it was Benjamin Hoy at 170, pinning Madden Martinez in 32 seconds. At 182, we had a pretty long bout there between Caden Fan of Clear Creek-Amana and Damian Castellanos. Castellanos took the loss by fall late in the third period, and that takes us up to where we are now at 195. The freshman Marcus Bear wrestling Ethan Williams of Clear Creek-Amana. 25 seconds left in the second period. As Bear defending underneath against Williams. Bear probably giving up a little bit of length against his opponent here. Williams also a junior, so a little bit of experience and maybe a little bit of a larger frame. Bear doing a nice job though, defending underneath. And we will start neutral for this third and final period. A little hand fighting as Bear makes his way in. Bear trying to throw. Williams able to put him on his back, though. Bear having to defend now with one shoulder down. Back points coming for Williams. And Marcus Bear from South Tama going to have to go on the defense here to just keep the pin away. Minute 10, Marcus Bear in the deep end here against Ethan Williams of Clear Creek-Amana. No out of bounds line in sight. Gonna have to do what he can to work his lower half to keep his shoulder off the ground, but it isn't enough. The pin goes to Ethan Williams of Clear Creek-Amana, and South Tama takes 4 straight losses here to start this Clear Creek-Amana duel. And we're gonna go over to 220 now. South Tama's heavyweight, Nathaniel Palmeraz, is going to be wrestling here. So a little bit of strategy as maybe Gavin Bridgewater set to wrestle heavyweight tonight against Clear Creek-Amana. Looks like our opponent for Clear Creek-Amana is sophomore Liam Karoff. Palmeraz here in the foreground getting ready to check in. Palmeraz and Karoff wrestling 220. So South Tama having that flexibility to kind of move their heavyweights around a little bit. With Palmeraz wrestling as an undersized heavyweight, able to check in at 220. He's the bigger frame here. Against the sophomore Clipper. We started this bout, or this match, at 160, so not quite halfway through yet. South Tama has been open at 113, but has fielded a full roster otherwise, so it should be a mostly complete card here tonight between South Tama and Clear Creek. The throw for Palmeraz, and the takedown, and the pin. Nathaniel Palmeraz gets the first win for South Tama with a pin over William Karoff of Clear Creek-Amana. So far, we've had 4 straight losses by fall in the middleweights, middle heavyweights, I should say. Now at heavyweight, it's South Tama's number 2 ranked 220-pounder, Gavin Bridgewater. He's checked in to take on Vinny Keller of Clear Creek-Amana. Keller, a sophomore, as is Karoff. We've got girls and JV matches happening. Here's the takedown by Bridgewater as he quickly scores. I was saying girls and JV matches happening on mat 2 over here. My view in where I'm set up here tonight, I'm a little obstructed, and given the camera situation that I have, I don't have a clear line of sight to get 2 cameras on the other mat with how low I am kind of here on the floor. So apologies for not being able to get kind of 2 mat coverage tonight, but we're going to have live coverage of this boys varsity duels. There's 2 back points for Bridgewater working against Keller. Points are the name of the game here for Bridgewater as he's looking to pin Keller. South Tama down. And the pin. 2 straight pins for South Tama at 220 and 285. And now we head to 106. Cade Kleinmeyer, the opponent for Cale Graff at 106. Graff in the black and white singlet. Kleinmeyer in all blue. Shot by Kleinmeyer, defended well by Graff. Graff just a sophomore. A little scramble there as Graff kind of working on a cradle possibly. But Kleinmeyer's done a nice job to keep his hips engaged and in motion. And he's still got 2 feet underneath of him. There's the takedown. Well, no points yet. Oh, the takedown came earlier. So Graff leading 2-0. With 1:07 here on the clock, first period. We're live from Vinton-Shellsburg High School tonight. This is South Tama taking on Clear Creek-Amana. Here's the cradle and the pin for Cale Graff. Kleinmeyer goes down at 106. South Tama 3 straight pins in a row. And the Trojans answering here a little bit. South Tama will be open and will give the forfeit to Cale Nash of Clear Creek-Amana. Nash is a ranked wrestler. I don't have that number in front of me at the moment, as we had a kind of a rush start here at Vinton-Shellsburg with the roads and the snow tonight. And Eli Brandon looks like he's going to take a win by forfeit. Well, nope, here we go. We've got an opponent. Scorekeepers kind of getting their numbers and notes in order here. Just a brief pause as we get ready for this 120-pound bout. At 120, it'll be junior Jose Mendieta taking on Eli Brandon of South Tama. Brandon, a junior. And a district qualifier for South Tama last season. Brandon in the white and black, Mendieta in all blue. Opening period here at 120. South Tama just took a loss by forfeit at 113 as they were open. It was 3 pins for the Trojans after that, but they're still trailing in the team score 30-18. Quick takedown by Brandon, and he's off and running. Brandon doing a nice job, staying dominant, and he's going to come away with the pin too. So these two lineups kind of strong in different areas, and that's just kind of bearing itself out here in the results. Brandon taking a pin, or giving a pin, I should say. That brings up South Tama's number 4 ranked Amari Chavez at 126. And it looks like we are going to be open at 126 for Clear Creek-Amana. That'll be a forfeit win for South Tama. That brings us to 132. And the junior, Mikhail Bear, for South Tama. Mikhail Bear taking on Nolan Howell of Clear Creek-Amana. Howell, a sophomore. Bear, a junior. And off we go. South Tama and Clear Creek-Amana tied up now at 30-30 after the win by forfeit at 126. Some early wins came in this duel from 160 to 195. As Howell and Bear go out of bounds, reset in the middle. Howell, the little bit longer framed wrestler. And Bear's gonna have to do a nice job to stay aggressive and kind of control the longer limbs of his opponent here. And so far, it's who can get a shot in quicker. That question has yet to be decided. We'll get you updated on the girls' action. That concluded as South Tama only wrestling 6 girls. I don't know how many were in action for the Clear Creek-Amana Clippers. And so when we get a break in the boys action here, we'll get you those scores as well. JV matches are going on at the moment over on mat number 2. No points awarded there on the exchange between Howell and Bear at 132. We started at 160. So 3 more bouts yet to go. And this one coming down to the wire as we're tied 30-30. South Tama, Clear Creek-Amana still scoreless in this 132-pound bout between Mikhail Bear of South Tama and Nolan Howell of Clear Creek-Amana. Bear at the edge of the mat, trying to drag his opponent back in, and they'll go out of bounds. And we come to the end of period number 1. Still scoreless, 0-0. Bear will start on top to start period number 2. Here in Vinton. Hope everybody had a safe and deliberate drive home tonight. It was a snowy and slick one out there. But I can report, quick road report on Highway 30. Got a lot better once we got to about the Benton County line. Things cleared up a little bit. Still some ice on the ground, but noticeably worse in Tama County on west. So we'll see how that progresses when we get out this evening, but hope everybody stayed safe out there. Still scoreless here, no takedown awarded yet for Bear as Howell is still controlling a leg and he's got a wrist still underneath there as well. Bear trying to get him onto a shoulder. And this might be the takedown coming here. Howell to his feet, trying to get to the out of bounds. Bear faces up. And the escape by Howell. He'll score first, starting on bottom in that second period. 39 seconds to go here in the second. Bear trailing by 1-0. An escape, the only point these two have seen so far. Pardon the camera delay there. Fifteen seconds to go here in the second period. Bear from South Tama trailing by 1. The throw. The takedown. 4 seconds to go here. He's got 2. Can he get back points? He's got more. I think he's got back points coming here. No pin, but it will be Bear leading by 3 points now. 4-1 against Nolan Howell with Clear Creek-Amana. Just getting the clock set up here, making sure everything's correct. Nice shot there by Bear, getting to a single leg, going right to the midsection, bringing Howell to the mat. Bear's gonna have to keep control of that leg, or else he's going to give up a takedown himself here. Still plenty of time left in the third period. Stalemate is the call. We'll go back to the center. Coming up after this duel between South Tama and Clear Creek-Amana, the Clippers and the Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings will face off in their duel, and then South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg will close out the night a little later on. Girls matches and JV matches happening over on mat number 2. We're not able to get a good shot of that mat here this evening from where we're positioned by mat number 1. There's a takedown by Howell, and he's now trailing by 1. 4-3, Mikhail Baer leading with just under a minute to go. Baer and Howell go back to the center. Most competitive bout we've seen so far in this CCA South Tama duel. And the length of Howell really playing a role here, as he was able to just kind of just lever himself around the limbs of Mikhail Baer. Baer gives up the takedown. Back points awarded here, and Baer is going to have short time to work. He's going to have ground to make up. And he's just going to have to defend against the pin here. Got to be thinking defense at this point. 24 seconds to go. This is Nolan Howell working on top against Mikhail Baer at 132, and it's real close. The pin for Howell. Tough loss there for the junior from South Tama. Coming up next at 138, it's going to be South Tama's Drayton White. And White will be taking on Jay Halverson of Clear Creek-Amana. Halverson, a sophomore. Halverson in with a quick shot, defended well by White. Opening moments of the first period here between Drayton White and Jay Halverson of Clear Creek-Amana. Halverson on the shot, but they go out of bounds before any points can be awarded, so we'll stay scoreless. Out of bounds here near the front of the mat. Back to the center they go. Still scoreless, minute 20 in the first period. Just tuning in, this is Drayton White wrestling for South Tama at 138 against Jay Halverson of Clear Creek-Amana. This is the first duel of the night for South Tama. They're going to face Vinton-Shellsburg a bit later, and the takedown by Halverson will put Clear Creek-Amana up by 2. The Clippers now leading 36-30 after the pin at 132 by Jay Howell over Mikhail Baer. And so the Trojans trailing in this duel by 6 with 3 bouts left to go, including this one. Halverson on top. The roll through by White. He's still trying to press it over, but he didn't have enough mustard on the movement there, and some back points awarded to Halverson as we end the first period. Halverson leading 4-0 against Drayton White of South Tama. We'll start neutral to start period number 2. Again, this is the 138-pound bout between Drayton White of South Tama, Jay Halverson of Clear Creek-Amana. Halverson leading 4-0 midway into the second period. Drayton White just with the takedown there. He pulls within 2. Halverson now leading 4-2 after the takedown by White. Halverson kind of sprawls out, maybe trying to eat a little clock here in the near the halfway point. Even looking bout here between these two. Both have been able to shoot and score. And it might come down to who's a better game manager, if you can borrow the term from football maybe, to kind of get the business done when they're defending or working on top. 38 seconds to go, second period. Drayton White on top, trailing 4-2 against Halverson of Clear Creek-Amana. Halverson just trying to get himself to the out-of-bounds area. 7 seconds to go. White trying to make the turn. They got to go out of bounds. 4 seconds left. Four seconds left to the end of the second period. I believe we've already got one stall warning out against Halverson, and there's the whistle. Quick recap. South Tama took losses at 160, 170, 182, and 195. Kinzer Jeanette, Madden Martinez, Damian Castellanos, and Marcus Bear each losing by fall to their opponents. Then at 220, we had Nathaniel Palmeraz winning at 220 against William Karoff. Gavin Bridgewater wrestled up at 285, won his bout by fall. Cale Graff got a pin at 106. South Tama was open and gave a forfeit at 113. At 120, Eli Brandon pinned his opponent at 126. South Tama got a forfeit win for Amari Chavez. A late pin by Nolan Howell at 132 of Clear Creek-Amana got a win at 132 for the Clippers, and now that brings us to 138. So that's your lightning round update from where we are now here late into this Clear Creek-Amana duel. Still 4-2 the score, midway into the third period. Drayton White and Jay Halverson wrestling. White underneath, and it's going to have to get himself loose and get himself to score. However, just the mathematics of it, if he can get the escape, if he can get the escape and score a takedown, he's got himself a 1-point lead, and that might kind of slide underneath the gate as it's closing here at the end of the third. But we'll see. White has plenty of work to do here as he's... Oh, and there's the escape by White. He gets the escape right at the edge of the out-of-bounds line, and a huge moment here for White as he's able to start neutral. Pardon the delay on the camera there. White trailing 4-3. He's going to set up a throw. And it's going to be ultimately resulting in a takedown by Halverson. He's able to roll through it and score himself on defense. So Halverson leading 6-3 against Drayton White at 138. 20 seconds left to go. They go out of bounds. Two more bouts to come after this one. South Tama already down by 6. Still not out of hand if the loss goes to White here. 5 seconds. White trying to put him on his back. 2 points awarded, but it's not going to be enough as time runs out. I'd say another 10 seconds, and Drayton White may be able to come away with another takedown, but a well-fought match there between White and Halverson. White takes the loss, and that brings us to 145. At 145, it's going to be South Tama's Jacob Youngbear, a junior, wrestling Max Carlson, of Clear Creek-Amana. Carlson is a senior. Some underhooks here for Youngbear as he got a nice little early start against Carlson. South Tama trailing 39-30 after the 132-pound loss just a moment ago. Or excuse me, the 138-pound loss. The Trojans gave up losses at 132 and 138. And it shouldn't be, it shouldn't go without mentioning that Clear Creek-Amana now, though, a WaMaC school nonetheless. They are a 3A wrestling team. South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg still 2A, of course. And so the Clippers kind of classing themselves up, making themselves into a different competition bracket, so to speak, as their community continues to grow down there by North Liberty and Coralville and Amana. .42 seconds left to go, first period. Jacob Youngbear and Max Carlson still scoreless. A little hand fighting here as the two try and get into a shot late in the first. There's a single by Carlson. Nice job by Youngbear to just get heavy in the hips, break that hand away, and go back to neutral. 10 seconds now. There's a throw. South Tama loves those throws. I got to ask Coach about that sometime. And Carlson will start down in the second period. Still no score as we go into period number 2. Jacob Youngbear wrestling at 145 here. Youngbear doing a nice job just kind of driving himself into the lower body of Carlson. And he's going to come away with the takedown here, I think. Carlson's still got a leg tied up, but Youngbear in a good position. Pardon me, I had that wrong. That's not going to be a takedown as Youngbear was working on top to start the period. And Carlson scoots himself out of bounds. No escape, though, so we still stay scoreless at 0-0. Out of bounds the call. They go back to the middle with 1:25 on the clock. Another throw down here for Youngbear. Minute to go here in the second period. South Tama's Jacob Youngbear started on top, so he's trying to work Carlson onto a shoulder or just progress himself offensively. Carlson might try a reverse here as he's kind of low underneath. And Youngbear kind of gunny sacks Carlson back over to the mat. Youngbear trying to just avoid giving up the escape. And there it is. Carlson scores 1-0 the score. Max Carlson of Clear Creek-Amana quickly get in with an ankle pick there. And a 2-point takedown there by Carlson as he's controlled the midsection of Young Bear. Young Bear glances up at the clock. And that's the end of the second period. A productive effort there by Max Carlson, scoring 4 points after starting on bottom. Been a rather low energy atmosphere here between these two benches. I haven't seen been pretty decisive matches through this bout, or excuse me, through this match. And we'll see if the excitement kind of turns itself up later on here, but so far it's been pretty tame. Minute 32 on the clock, third period. South Tama's Jacob Youngbear trailing 4-1 against Max Carlson of Clear Creek-Amana. Out of bounds, they go back to the middle. And Youngbear's got to find a shot here. He's yet to score a takedown. Carlson getting one from underneath. Quick shot there by Carlson. Defended by Youngbear. He's back up to his feet. Gonna try a throw maybe. Jacking up his opponent. Clear Creek-Amana's bench looking for a takedown there, and Carlson is banged up. His shoulder maybe got injured. And so we got an injury timeout here in Vinton in this 145-pound bout. We've got one more match to go here left in this duel. South Tama trailing 39-30 against Clear Creek-Amana. We've had two open weights. South Tama open at 113. Clear Creek-Amana open at 126. But the Clippers have gotten the better of South Tama yet thus far. We're going to have a couple interviews. We're going to hear from Coach Van Dyke and Jacob Youngbear and Cyrus Mathis in a couple interviews during the Clear Creek-Amana Vinton-Shellsburg duel. So that's to come at our makeshift halftime. 37 seconds. Carlson's going to keep going here with 34 seconds to go. Might just stay still and ride it out. He's got a 3-point lead. Carlson leading 4-1. Youngbear are unable to progress much. They face shoulder to shoulder, out of bounds with 13 seconds to go. Shot there by Youngbear. Not quite fast enough. Carlson defends, and he's going to go in for the win here. Going to be a decision, though, so a nice job by Youngbear. Kind of holding off a major. He's going to take the loss 6-1. And we go to 152, our last bout of this Clear Creek-Amana South Tama duel. The Trojans trailing by 8, and the match now out of hand for South Tama. At 152, it's going to be Cyrus Mathis taking on Beck Arendt from Clear Creek-Amana. Mathis in the white and black, Arendt in all blue. The two go back to the center. Scoreless yet in the first 30 seconds. A shot by Mathis is going to be turned into a takedown by Arendt, and Arendt now leading 2-0. Excuse me. Mathis the escape. And a clash of heads, I believe. Potentially dangerous. Point awarded to Arendt. So Arendt now leading 3-1. The throw by Arendt and another takedown as Clear Creek-Amana now leading 5-1 in this one. Arendt working on top with 24 seconds to go in the first period. Cyrus Mathis wrestling at 152 here for South Tama. He's given up a couple takedowns so far in this first. Coming up after this, it's going to be Clear Creek-Amana taking on Vinton-Shellsburg in the Vikings' first duel of the night. South Tama will have the final duel against Vinton-Shellsburg probably in about an hour from now. Depending how quickly things move, though, it looks like Clear Creek-Amana has mostly a full roster, or close to it anyway. But you never know. Minute 50 to go in the second period here. Cyrus Mathis trailing 5-1 against Beck Arendt of Clear Creek-Amana. Out of bounds, the call there. Six to 1, Clear Creek-Amana leading in this duel bout at 152. 42-30 is the team score now, as this is the final bout of this WaMaC conference duel. The Clippers will come away with a victory. It's just a matter of how much. No points awarded yet on this takedown attempt by Arendt. Mathis, nice job scrambling and kind of making it into a reverse. He's going to have to be careful himself as Mathis gives up a takedown. And he's now trailing 6-5. 29 seconds to go. Mathis still trailing 6-5 at the end of the second period. Wrestling against Beck Arendt of Clear Creek-Amana. 2 minutes to go here in this 152-pound bout. Mathis starting on bottom here in the third. Giving up a little size and length to Arendt, it would appear, by the eyeball test. Most of the powder staying dry here for these two teams as the ranked opponents, or the ranked wrestlers here between South Tama and Clear Creek-Amana. Two of the three that were in action tonight received wins by forfeit, so both teams kind of able to work around those ranked wrestlers. And there's an escape by Mathis, but he's going to give up a takedown with 49 seconds to go. Arendt leading 8-6 in this 152-pound bout in the final match of this duel between South Tama and Clear Creek-Amana. 33 seconds. Mathis not showing much movement down underneath because he's got to score 2 to come back. It's going to have to be an escape and a takedown or possibly a reverse. There's the escape. They go out of bounds with 16 seconds. So they go neutral. Mathis the throw, but Arendt able to kind of keep himself out of it. Out of bounds with 5 seconds to go. Mathis trailing 8-7. Caution awarded as Mathis jumped a little early. And that's going to do it. South Tama takes the loss in this first duel of the night, 45-30 against Clear Creek-Amana. We've got South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg coming up here in a little bit. South Tama is going to take a break on the mats as the Vikings and the Clippers are going to face off here in mat 1. Just 2 match running tonight. Girls and JV matches happening on mat number 2. And we are going to jump to our interview that we had yesterday with Coach Van Dyke. We've also got an interview coming up with Jacob Youngbear and Cyrus Mathis, excuse me. So Mathis and Youngbear interview coming up after this. And here's our check-in with South Tama's head coach, Nate Van Dyke. We're talking South Tama Wrestling with STC head boys coach, Nate Van Dyke. Nate, we're getting wrapped up here in another day of practice. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling excited. We come off a pretty good Saturday at our home duels where we went 3-1, lost to Independence, who's a pretty darn good team. But if you saw the fight in our kids out there, we had nothing to hang our hat about. So.
Can you kind of break down, since we last talked to you, we had the Benton duel and then the home duel meet on Saturday. Can you maybe rewind a little bit to Benton, give me some reactions, some thoughts about that meet, and then also a little, if you can, some thoughts from the home duel meet as well.
Yeah, the Benton duel, I knew it was going to be a dogfight going in. I knew they're young and tough. They have like 4 freshmen in the lineup, only 1 senior in the lineup. They have some good things going there. I thought we could possibly come out with a dual win. Fun atmosphere, though. You know, they got the spotlight, and they got a little student section right down there. As long as it doesn't get to the guys too much, kind of talk about, you know, that stuff doesn't matter. That extra stuff doesn't matter. But as far as being favored on paper, most of the matches kind of came out how I thought they would. and kind of had a bad feeling about it afterwards. You lose a close duel. When you lose a duel by 6 or less points, that's one match. It's a 6-point swing if it's a decision for them that you could have had for yourself. So, but then you get home and you reflect a little bit, and you get to thinking maybe if 30 seconds of one match or 2 matches would have went a different way, now all of a sudden we're excited that we just won a close duel. So a few growing pains there, but I thought we responded really well. Came back to work on Friday and put together a pretty good dual meet on Saturday at our home dual tournament.
Mm-hmm. Kind of varying roster sizes, levels of competition with the group that was at South Tama last weekend. With Independence, you guys face them at the end. You'll see them again in like WaMaC conference action. Looking at that Independence lineup and the outcome of that duel, do you feel like you've got room to make adjustments to be competitive with them down the road, or how do you kind of look at that early meet against Independence, considering you've got them later in the season?
I don't know that we'll see them in a duel again this season.
Okay.
I can't remember if they're on our January schedule or not. We'll see some of their wrestlers at the Independence tournament. It's just hard to say. We've got Papaki out of the lineup still. He'll be coming back later on in the season. Mm-hmm. People will change weight classes for Independence. People will change weight classes for us. So kind of just focusing on getting our guys where they need to be. Yeah. And, beating Independence isn't one of our high goals in the season. It'd be a good accomplishment, but we just kind of focus on our guys and what we need to do to get better, I guess.
In thinking about years down the road or next year or whatever, would you like to get that home dual tournament to a 6-team group or an 8-team group? What's kind of best case scenario for your home dual meet going forward?
Yeah, we lost a team late. We lost Vinton later in the game, so we weren't able to pick up a 6-team. 6 teams is good. We're going to get on the horn right away after the season and try to get a 6-team. That way, the match limit in high school is 5 matches per day. That way we can wrestle a round robin with the other 5 teams. 8 teams we've done in the past. 8 would be a good number as well. You can do pool play and then do some cross bracketing in there. So definitely looking to pick up some more teams.
Yeah. As I was going through the box score and kind of thinking through that South Tama home dual meet, there was one instance where Regina, we were faced with Regina and they got an unsportsmanlike. So just thinking about call against them that took a point off of their score. When you're thinking about sportsmanship or just kind of how kids are coming off the mat maybe after a difficult match, how do you coach a kid through that when they've got a lot of emotion, a lot of frustration, even if it's a difficult one out there for them? How do you kind of preach sportsmanship here?
Well, we even just talked about it today. We talked about it's as simple as when you come off the mat, carry yourself well, check your body language, come over, shake your coach's hands, and we might not give them a bunch of advice when they come off the mat, especially if we can tell they're hurting quite a bit. But we had the discussion after the first round, like in between duels, because we care a lot about how we represent South Tama when we're on the mat. We talk about representing your last name. We talk about representing your community and your coaching staff. And if you're kind of pouting a little bit or your body language is poor or you say something you shouldn't to the other kid or the referee, then you're not representing us to your full capability. But as a coaching staff, we hate to see something like that. It happens, especially sometimes for our younger wrestlers, but then it turns into a teaching moment too. So it's kind of an honor for us to be able to, help these young men and women out in that way as well.
Be there through it, yeah. Are there any matches or moments of practice, just kind of taking the last week or so as a whole, is there anything on the mat that's really stuck out from this group that you've seen, experienced, or anything?
From a standpoint as far as in competition, one thing I think that's big for continuing our tradition in wrestling and helping our athletes to get their full potential is just the culture of our team, supporting your teammates, being a team that other people want to be a part of. It keeps our numbers high and it just makes it more enjoyable to be in the sport. So if you watch, you look over in a dual meet and everybody's standing up. You're talking about the Marcus Bear match earlier when it gets a little chippy on the mat. Yeah. And it's exciting. It got our guys on our feet. Now I had to tell them, hey, settle down. We're not saying nothing toward the other team, but support your guy out there. So that's fun. It's good to see that they kind of got each other's backs when they're out there.
Yeah, right.
Going back to the independence meet, guys were tired. It's a long tournament, but every match I sit down in the chair, and if there's not another coach there, I've got one of the upperclassmen or a captain sitting next to me trying to coach their teammate, and then about 3 or 4 or 5 other wrestlers on the side of the mat. And sometimes it's an issue where the ref says, hey, you guys got to get back. But that's something I'm willing to deal with, because to me it shows that they're willing to go out of their way to support their teammates when they could be back in the hallway just kind of thinking about their own thing. So
yeah, that's always a weird question maybe from your perspective, but as a spectator looking at your 2 coaches down in the corner, you're trying to coach a wrestler, and maybe not always, maybe you're pretty quiet in the corner sometimes too, but there's a lot of voices and a lot of noise, and kids are trying to coach when you're trying to holler at it. How is that, trying to get one message out to a kid when you've got a lot going on around you?
I think a good time is, and once in a while you're just like, hey, quiet down, but I would say probably 70-80% of the time that their teammates are telling them the same thing as we are, or they hear us yell something and then they kind of repeat it. So it's really not that big of an issue usually. A good time is, and we tell our athletes, in between periods, if there's a break in the action, they go out of bounds, look up, find the score clock, see how much time's left on the clock. Check the score, pick up your coaches as you're walking back to the center, especially in between periods, because we're going to choose their position for them, whether it's neutral, top, bottom, or defer. But they need to pick us up, and then you can make eye contact with them and get it that way. But it's not like a sport like football that I've coached in the past, where you're a direct impact. We're not calling plays when they're out there. It's kind of on them a little bit more, but it's more of an encouragement, I guess.
Yeah. So this is going to be this next our broadcast here on Thursday is going to be our last time we get you before the holiday break. So I know you got a lot of wrestling to go before Christmas break. However, I'm just curious, what do you do as a team to kind of get the kids ready for a pause and the momentum that they've built up to this point? How do you keep them in shape physically and sort of focused while also letting them have a break? Yeah.
So this first half's gone really fast. We've got 2 competitions left before the break. We push them hard in practice. They compete hard in meets. I give them, we're not looking past tomorrow, and then we're not looking past Saturday. Once we get to that point, every year I give them a full week off. They got to be a kid sometimes. They've got to let their body recover. They've got to recover mentally. And then we come back during Christmas break and have some of the most fantastic practices of the year. We don't have to think about going to school. We're not getting ready for a specific competition. We can get better at wrestling. We can push the conditioning moving forward into the second half of the season. So I think that week off's important.
Yeah. Give me a little bit of maybe a scouting report for Clear Creek-Amana and Vinton-Shellsburg. What are you thinking about when you got those 2 duels ahead of you? Also, maybe what's your injury report status like? Do you have everybody going into this meet? And how's the roster as a whole right now?
I've got some stuff on paper from CCA and Vinton, but I can't tell you off the top of my head. I have to look down at my notes.
That's all right,
I can tell you that it has the potential to be another fun. Both of those duels have the potential to be kind of barn burners like Benton Community was.
Sure.
Sometimes you show up somewhere and you think it's going to be a close duel, but their 160-pounder was sick from school that day, and then their 152-pounder got hurt in practice last night. So you can't look at that stuff too much, but both those duels do have the potential to be fun ones tomorrow night. And we look forward to those battles, I guess. I don't know that there's any ranked matchups or anything like that. I would have to take a closer look. But as far as an injury report, I think the biggest ones, our returning state qualifier who's out of the lineup throughout this week at least. And then you're going to have bumps and bruises throughout the season, and sometimes you wrestle through it. And sometimes you're hurt, and sometimes you're injured. So there's a difference there. Looking at a very similar lineup, we had to pull some strings last week. We had one our 170-pounder went home sick, so we had to move some people around to try to compete and try to manufacture a win in that duel. But we're looking at something pretty similar with Madden back in school. He's recovered from his sickness. He'll be at 70, and then Kinzer Jeanette at 60, and then Mathis Cyrus back at 152. So other than that, Nothing really changed from last week.
So as far as Rudy Papaki's prognosis, his timetable, are you still looking after holiday break time for him? How is he situated at the moment?
Yeah, we're not going to wrestle him this week. We'll see what happens over break when we get him back on the mat. But it should be, we have the remainder of this week and then a week off. So we'll kind of reassess it at that point. And I'm excited to get him back on the mat sometime around there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Best of luck in Vinton, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, welcome back. If you're still with us, thanks for sticking on here. We have got Vinton-Shellsburg and Clear Creek-Amana wrestling here at Vinton-Shellsburg right now. So that's kind of the live look in at where we're at the moment. South Tama on a break. And we're just going to take a break from the action and let this duel kind of ride itself out. We've got South Tama's Jacob Youngbear and Cyrus Mathis, an interview with them coming up in just a moment. Couple more things to do, and I'd like to say thank you also to our sponsors. They include Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sharon Weber's, Mark West Law, SNS Car Wash, Medicamp Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, and Mercy Care Tama. Thanks to all those folks for supporting Trojan Country and STC Athletics. It's precisely their support that puts us on the road on a winter night like this where it's a little tough to get out, and couldn't do it without them. So thank you very much. We just got underway in this Vinton-Shellsburg Clear Creek-Amana duel. The Clippers coming away with 2 quick pins to start. And we're going to jump off the mic here for a little bit. You're going to hear from Hot Jam, South Tama, and Marshalltown's Hall of Fame recording artist. And we'll be back in a moment. time for another Get to Know the Wrestler profile here on Trojan Country. Today I'm joined by a couple of our juniors, Jacob Youngbear and Cyrus Mathis. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
All right, we're just catching you after practice. I'm just going to start throwing a few questions at you, and just want to hear a little bit about your wrestling history, your kind of what led you to where you are here as a high school wrestler, if that's all right. We'll start first with you, Jacob. Could you tell me what inspired you to start wrestling, how you got started, and what you enjoy most about the sport?
I've just always been around it with my dad, and then our youth program since elementary school, and then just watching college wrestling and stuff.
Yep.
And always coming to the high school meets.
Sure. Do you have a favorite college wrestler at all?
Spencer Lee.
Okay. Yeah. Good choice. Good choice. How about you, Cyrus?
I started when I was in like kindergarten. I fell out of it until like 4th grade. I came back out. I've been wrestling since then.
What do you guys enjoy most about the sport? What keeps you coming back year after year?
I like the atmosphere, like the family around it.
Just the battle and the reward of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing the transformation.
Yep. Tell me about, and this doesn't have to be any big wins. It can be something small or whatever you think. But what would you say are some big accomplishments that you think of for yourself on the wrestling mat? Is there anything that comes to mind for you? Whoever wants to start.
Like getting through adversity and just finding the strength to keep pushing through.
Yep. How about you, Cyrus?
Like last year, I didn't have the best season, but towards the end of the season, I started making big improvements. Got to the best I've wrestled was at the end of the season where I should.
Yeah. Can you describe a little bit about your training routine, what the kind of in-season training looks like, and what you do to keep yourself in shape throughout the year?
So I kickbox all year round, but like during wrestling season, I go to wrestling practice, and then I go train, and then I go to the gym.
Yep.
So I'm always keep myself in shape.
Yep. How about you, Jacob?
Just practicing with wrestling and other sports, and then going to the gym and lifting weights and going on runs and stuff.
Yep. Is there a favorite workout, anything that comes to mind that, I'm sure it's all hard and difficult in the moment, but is there anything that you enjoy or that's a little more rewarding from a training workout standpoint?
Probably just wrestling live
Yeah.
and drilling and getting my technique perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Talking about a little bit the mental game. Wrestling's a big kind of mental strength sort of sport. What are some of the mental strategies that you use when you're on the mat, you're with an opponent? How do you stay focused and motivated during a match?
Don't overthink it. Just go out and wrestle and have fun.
Yeah.
Wrestle your own match. It's you versus yourself's your biggest opponent.
Can you talk a little bit about, staying with the mental side of things a little bit, how do you kind of handle setbacks? I mean, winning and losing is a part of it. We just heard your coach say you're going to have a lot of wins and losses throughout your career. What do you do to bounce back when you've had a setback?
You can't
or a
get
big
stuck
loss?
on one loss. You just got to move on because, like in tournaments, you lose your first match, you got to be ready to wrestle your next one. And then if you win that one, then you got your next one. You got to be ready to go.
Just come back and work harder, and then keep yourself around people who's going to push you.
Yeah, just kind of the team atmosphere, building each other up. Yeah. Can you talk a little about the role that your coaches and teammates play in your success or in your character as a wrestler? How do you guys work together as a team, even though it's one-on-one when you get on the mat?
The coaches are always there for you, whether you're at your lowest or your highest. I've said that before. They're the best coaches in Iowa.
Just always pushing you and telling you what you need to work on.
Yeah. What are some of your goals? Talk about when you think about where you'd like to be at the end of the year. Of course, there's the state tournament. Are there anything outside of that, or kind of when you think about goals for yourself, what do you think of?
I had a losing season last year, so I want to just keep building my record and then keep moving up. My goal is to go to state, but I want to do more than that, like place and just keep my winning record.
Yeah, same thing, but just see improvement from last year and the beginning of this year.
Is there a particular part of your game as a wrestler that you're trying to work on in terms of technique? Is there a, say, like you're trying to be better on top or whatever it is? Is there a technique part that you're really focusing on right now?
Just got to keep moving. Don't get stuck.
Just kind of the pace of it all.
How about you, Cyrus?
I just got to drill harder in practice and use it on the mat.
Okay. How do you balance wrestling commitments with your other activities, family life, things that you have going on throughout the course of the season? How do you balance all that?
I mean, this is my family, so.
Sure.
Just when you're in practice, work your hardest so you don't need to focus on it much outside.
Yep. Who are some of your wrestling role models, and why do you look up to them?
I look up to like Isaac Judge because he graduated here. He's a first two-time state champ from South Tama.
Yep.
So he's a big role model. Steve Chima, all the coaches.
Yeah. How about you, James?
Yeah, my coaches and the upperclassmen from previous years.
Yep. You're an upperclassman now. When you think about that, how does that kind of hit you when you're now going to be getting into a leadership role with some of the younger wrestlers that are coming up?
Just try to set a good example.
Yeah.
Pick them up when they're at their lows. When they lose, you got to tell them we got to battle back.
Yeah. What advice would you give to younger wrestlers, little kids in middle school or in the club team? What would you tell them, knowing what you know now as juniors in high school? Go ahead.
Just pay attention and work hard. Do exactly what your coaches tell you because they're right. They've been in your shoes.
Have fun because it goes fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And can you discuss like the impact that wrestling has had on your life, maybe physically, emotionally, mentally, any of those things? What kind of impact do you think wrestling has had on you so far?
Just keep me in shape physically and then mentally, like teach me how to take a loss and how to bounce back.
I agree with what he said, but I forgot what the question was now.
What's the impact that wrestling's had on you, just overall?
Yeah, like he said, just keep me in shape and building friendships.
Is there something you're looking forward to most as you think about the rest of the season? A few months left to go, a lot of wrestling to come yet. Is there a thing that you're really looking forward to, a meet or an experience, or what kind of are you looking forward to most?
Probably districts and then regional duels.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
You got districts and then regional, state.
Just the whole
state
step-up
duels,
process.
State duels, that's the goal.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. Best of luck to you on your season, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you.
All right.
need to be giving you something so you'll understand. The cause is just keep it in hand. It changes, it arranges your brain to feel the love and feel the pain it brings to the life you have led. Don't be alarmed, it's all inside your head. It's all inside your head. Yeah. So you see, life's a bit strange. Sometimes okay, sometimes deranged. Don't always take what you're fed. And just remember that it's all inside your head. It's all inside your head.
Welcome back to live action here from Vinton-Shellsburg High School. We're about midway through this second duel of this double duel meet between South Tama, Vinton-Shellsburg, and Clear Creek-Amana. Right now on the mat, you're watching Clear Creek-Amana and Vinton-Shellsburg in this second duel. We are at weight, I believe, 120, if I am not mistaken. So yeah, we're about halfway through things here in this second duel of the night. South Tama on a break at the moment. We'll have South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg coming up later here in a little bit. And we're at 132. So we've got Owen Mullenix from Vinton-Shellsburg taking on Nolan Howell of Clear Creek-Amana. And 4 more bouts to come after this one. Quick update on the girls' side. South Tama girls wrestling against Clear Creek-Amana. Maylee Ellsbury got a win over Haley Borman at 140. Autumn Ellsbury took a win by forfeit. Abigail Chima and Jamie Dolash each took wins by forfeits, as did Addison Klink. Not a lot of action, clearly, on the girls' side. Taylor Johansson was the lone Trojan to take a loss in their 6-wrestler lineup. She lost by fall to Brenna Williams of Clear Creek-Amana. And then South Tama was open the rest of the way. They gave up forfeits at 120 and 130. So in dual competition, the Trojans lost to Clear Creek-Amana 30-18 in dual scoring. However, the Trojans only 6 wrestlers, not really aimed at dual competition this year. But a nice job by the girls there, competing well. And South Tama boys here to come. And again, apologies if you're just tuning in. We are kind of positioned on mat 1, pretty low, right in front of the mat. You can see our cameras are pretty close up here. And we've got the kind of one bench for a different team, for one of the teams, is kind of blocking the view over to mat number 2. So I don't have a clear way to get 2 cameras on 2 different mats. So apologies there that we're not able to get live coverage of the girls wrestling tonight, but they are competing here this evening. And I'm joined by a special guest host here today. Matt Bear's with me. He's a longtime wrestling enthusiast, coach, and a good friend here. Glad to have you with me today, Matt. How are you?
Thank you, Darvin. Thank you for the opportunity here to join you this evening as we check out some Trojan wrestling here. excited for this WaMaC West matchup here this evening. Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings versus our South Tama Trojans. Glad everybody made it here safe. We had some lovely weather out this evening. But hey, if you're watching, you're at home, you're in a warm spot, you're in the right place.
That's right.
To watch some good wrestling here this evening.
Yep, absolutely. And we've got South Tama, Vinton-Shellsburg coming up shortly. These two teams every year facing each other, and another showdown here between them tonight. South Tama taking a loss in the opening round duel against Clear Creek-Amana, 45-30. We'll run down the scores of that one here in a little bit before we get this next duel underway. But in the meantime, we've got Vinton-Shellsburg and Clear Creek-Amana up on the mats right now. This is Nolan Howell and Max Olinger. Nolan Howell of Clear Creek-Amana and Max Olinger of Vinton-Shellsburg. Quick kind of eyeball test update, looking down the bench from Vinton-Shellsburg there, 152-pounder Cooper Sanders. He's ranked #1 in Class 2A right now. Was a state place winner, I believe, last year, and a former state champion in Utah, if I'm not mistaken, or a place winner at the very least. He is in street clothes tonight, so we don't have Sanders in action this evening, and so we won't be seeing one of their 3 ranked wrestlers. South Tama also with Rudy Papaki on the shelf. He's been banged up since the football season concluded, and we heard from Coach Van Dyke earlier in the break here that he is expected or hopeful to return after the holiday break here in a few weeks. And Matt, you've got a couple nephews in the program here. You've been in and around a lot of these kids. From what you've been able to see so far, what is your impression of kind of the strengths and characteristics of some of these wrestlers as they come up now into the high school competition?
I'm really excited for this season. There's so much potential for this team as they continue to work hard. We've got a lot of talent on the team. I think folks in the WaMaC conference are taking notice and looking at South Tama. But really excited for the season as Coach Van Dyke, I've heard him say it before, leave it out on the mat.
Yeah.
And I think that's the characteristic, that's the style of South Tama Trojan wrestling that we're seeing. What we're seeing this year is coming out. Kids are working hard, executing. They're doing the work outside of wrestling practice. You have kids working hard, wrestling other tournaments. So that's what I see. That mentality of leave it out all on the mat is coming to fruition here.
Awesome. So we have we're going to take a quick break, hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be back as we get closer to the start of the South Tama Vinton-Shellsburg duel. And glad you're with us here on Trojan Country this evening on a Thursday night in the WaMaC Conference. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Trojan Country. Located in the heart of corn and cattle country, Iowa Premium procures and processes only corn-fed Black Angus cattle that come hand-selected from family farms in Iowa and neighboring states. As Tama County's largest employer, the team at Iowa Premium are an anchor, not only in the beef industry, but throughout eastern and central Iowa. Iowa Premium, a national beef company. Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services, such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. MarkWest Law Office in Toledo is a proud Trojan Country sponsor and supporter of STC activities. Attorney Mike MarkWest and the staff at MarkWest Law Office are here to help during life's most challenging moments. The attorneys at MarkWest Law specialize in a variety of areas, including family law, criminal defense, real estate, and civil litigation. With a growing staff of legal professionals, there's a good chance MarkWest Law can handle your case. MarkWest Law. We care, we listen, we can help. Call 641-484-1001 or visit tamalaw.com for more. Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home in Tama is locally owned and operated, serving Tama, Toledo, and the surrounding areas. Cruzy Phillips offers both traditional and cremation services at the time of need, as well as pre-planned arrangements that give you and your family peace of mind. Through competent professionalism, the staff at Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home serves families with compassion and respect for their needs and wishes. That's why they offer services with unique options and attention to every detail. Obituaries and funeral home information can be found online at cruzy-phillips.com or by calling 641-484-3400. 2022 marks the 95th year in business for the State Bank of Toledo since opening in 1927. The State Bank of Toledo is Trojan Country's hometown bank, supporting its customers with loyal, friendly, and fair customer service. With 2 convenient locations, a full-service investment center, 24-hour ATM service, and online banking, you can't go wrong making State Bank of Toledo your financial services choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. S&S Car Wash provides both automatic and hand wash services as well as detailing for your vehicle. S&S Car Wash, your local car wash destination with convenient locations in Toledo and Tama. Sharn Weber's in Toledo serves central and northeast Iowa with the latest in heating and cooling systems, water softeners, plumbing and electrical installation, as well as expert service and repair. As a family-owned hallmark business from the South Tama community, Sharn Weber's is proud to support Trojan spirit on the field, on the stage, on the court, or in the classroom. When the job needs done, call Sharn Weber's at 800-542-7980. Trojan Country fans, come on down to The Pump, Tama, Toledo's #1 bar and grill. Located in downtown Tama at 218 West 3rd Street, The Pump serves up cold drinks, a warm atmosphere, and an amazing lunch on the regular. Check out the Tama Pump on Facebook for regular lunch and drink specials, as well as details on their latest events. If you believe in capturing meaningful moments, you've made it to the right place. The Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films are a proud supporter of Trojan Country and South Tama County activities. Located near Conrad, the Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films offer an array of photo and video services, including family photos, newborns, kids and seniors, weddings, and commercial media. Check them out on the web at tfdphoto.com or on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Got it.
Welcome back. We're live from Vinton-Shellsburg High School, about 2/3 of the way through this duel between Vinton-Shellsburg and Clear Creek-Amana. Not sure if we're going to have a break between South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg. I think we had a 10-minute break between the end of the South Tama duel and the start of the one you're watching right now. But at any rate, we've got a little bit of time to kill here, so we're just going to run down the results. If you're just tuning in, this was the results from both the JV and varsity wrestlers against Clear Creek-Amana. At 160 is where the varsity match started. Riker Jones from Clear Creek-Amana got a win by fall over Kincher Jeanette in the first period at 170. Benjamin Hoy also got a win by fall over South Tama's Madden Martinez at 182. Caden Fan from Clear Creek-Amana defeated Damian Castellanos late in the third period, got a win by fall at 182. And then at 195, another third period decision, or not a decision, but a pin by Ethan Williams over Marcus Bear, the freshman from South Tama, at 195. Then at 220, South Tama's Nathaniel Palmeraz wrestled up a class and defeated William Karoff of Clear Creek-Amana by fall in the first period. Conversely, Gavin Bridgewater, typically a 220-pounder, wrestled up at 285 and got a win by fall over Vinny Keller in the first period. Another pin came from South Tama with Cale Graff pinning Cade Kleinmeyer of Clear Creek-Amana in the first period. Then South Tama was open at 113, gave up a forfeit win to the Clippers. And the Clippers' number 8 ranked Cale Nash, coming in 9-2 at 113, did not face an opponent. And so South Tama did not see the only ranked wrestler on the card for the Clippers. Then it was at 126, or excuse me, at 120, Eli Brandon from South Tama got a win by fall over Jose Mendieta. And at 126, Amari Chavez, South Tama's number 4 ranked 126-pounder and state place winner from last year, got a win by forfeit as the Clippers were open at 126. Then at 132, Nolan Howell got a late win against Mikhail Bear. It came by fall late in the third period. At 138, Jay Halverson got a 1-point decision win against Drayton White of South Tama at 138. Then it was Max Carlson of Clear Creek-Amana defeating Jacob Youngbear by decision 6-1. And the last bout of the match was Beck Arendt defeating Cyrus Mathis. Another close decision, 8-7 was the final there at 152. Beck Arendt defeating Cyrus Mathis. Over on the JV side, South Tama had a nice slate of JV wrestlers competing and getting some matches in against Clear Creek-Amana. We had Caden Kopsa losing by fall, and his, I don't have the weights listed there, so I think he's usually at 170. Anthony Thompson, usually around 160 and 170. Got a decision win, 12-6 over his opponent. Clayton Babinet got a win by fall. Kyler Alvarado took a loss by fall. Raiden Hill pinned his opponent, Tate Cox from Clear Creek-Amana. Raul Alas got a loss by fall against Eli Cabolo of Clear Creek-Amana. Then it was Wyatt Silhonic defeating his opponent by major decision, James Duncan of Clear Creek-Amana. So that was Silhonic over Duncan, 8-0. Donovan Rossavong took a loss by fall to Clayton Isham, and Connor Duncan wrestled Anthony Thompson. Thompson getting his second bout in the of the match in there. He lost to Duncan. That was Thompson losing to Duncan early in the first period by fall. So those are the JV matches that took place. And I believe all of South Tama's girls, except for Taylor Johansson, also got wins on the girls' side. So that was the roundup of round number 1 here at this double duel in Vinton-Shellsburg. The final score of the STC boys varsity duel, South Tama losing 45-30. A couple of close matches in there. I don't know, just kind of from the eyeball test, if some of those, you see some 1-point finishes in the box score. I don't know that they were necessarily that close. I think some of those wrestlers came in and scored some late points and were down multiple points late in the third period. But nonetheless, some really hard-fought bouts. And I know you came in a little bit late with the roads the way they were. What were your kind of thoughts on the matches that you got to see?
I recall the Cyrus Mathis match. I was able to come in and pick that up. And, Cyrus was down.
Yeah.
He was down 6-1 early in the match. He was able to make a comeback, brought it back to 6-5. And with an escape in the third period, he brought it back to 6-6.
Yeah.
I was over on my seat, really excited watching that. And then the takedown for the Clippers, with 45 seconds left in the match. The Clippers were able to score a takedown over the Trojans there, winning the match ultimately 8-6.
Yeah, really back and forth there for Mathis, and I think he's got a really high ceiling. He taken some losses this season, but we heard from him in the interview a few moments ago. Already starting a little bit better on his season than where he was last year as a sophomore. So I think plenty of room to grow for him as he's a really aggressive. You talk about South Tama style. He is an in-your-face, aggressive wrestler out there, and it's fun to watch.
And that's what I saw. He came in the third period, had 16 seconds left to come in and score a takedown to win the match. He kept pressing. I wasn't quite sure if the referee was going to call stalling, possibly looking for that.
Yeah.
But they didn't. He didn't get the stall call. And Cyrus did a very good job of keep moving forward, keep pressing the action. He controlled the middle of the mat. And was pressing the action to get the takedown. It just didn't come through for him this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a blood stoppage here in this Vinton-Shellsburg duel. So a little bit yet to go before we get into South Tama Vinton-Shellsburg. This is the first time these two teams have met this season. Vinton-Shellsburg coming in with ranked wrestlers at 126, at least in the rankings. Though Alden Swanson ranked number 7 at 126 by IA Wrestle. And those polls came out. They've been out for a little while yet, so some adjustments probably to come as the next set of polls come out. They might already be out. I'm not sure. I didn't check yesterday, but at any rate, the Vikings seemingly bringing two ranked wrestlers into this one. Swanson at the lighter weight, and at 195, Curtis Erickson. He was a state qualifier last year. Saw him early in this bout, or early in this duel here, and he looked really, really good, really aggressive, big-bodied senior kid. Going to be tough at 195. Looks like a 220-pounder that has gotten himself down to 195. And he's going to be one to watch as the season progresses. So that's kind of the top end of the Vinton-Shellsburg lineup. South Tama, of course, with their two returning place winners from last year's state tournament in Amari Chavez. We didn't see him in our first duel against Clear Creek-Amana. Hopeful to get him some action here at 126. And then Gavin Bridgewater got an easy win against an undermatched opponent at 285. I don't know. It would be interesting if Erickson could wrestle up, if they would try to do that. Although I don't know the points implications there. If they want to try and compete harder against Bridgewater and throw Erickson at him, I don't know that Vinton-Shellsburg has a real kind of competent or at the same level type opponent that they could really throw at Gavin Bridgewater at 220. And
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's do
that'd
it
be
here.
Fun. Let's do it. Yeah. But nobody's listening to us, so we'll see what the coaches decide. So that's kind of the top end of those two rosters, but a lot of really up and coming wrestlers on both of these teams too. As Northeast Iowa, not a better place you can find for high school wrestling. So we're going to take another break. We'll be back with South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg live from Vinton-Shellsburg High School. You're listening to Trojan Country.
I should have asked her faster. Should have asked me faster. Should have asked me faster.
can recall. Manchester Stratos in Colorado, saw driving by in a fly Eldorado. I jumped up, spilled on my nachos, trying to puff out my chest like I was a king of Los Machos. I shouldn't have grasped her like a Shasta. Where my baby go, I don't know. I should have asked her faster.
Should ask me faster. Should ask me faster. Should ask me faster. Should ask me faster.
Should have asked her faster.
Hey girl, what's this line you're dying to use? Rise and shine, set me straight. Hey girl, the way you act and the way you move, leave on nothing said. Oh girl, I feel so bad. On and on I feel so. On and on I feel so. On and on I feel so bad.
Let me talk just for a minute about my dreams. I see you in 'em. And let me walk just for a while. I'll talk to you, you'll start to smile. Give me a chance to say to you the things that I've been thinking and I'm dreaming and I'm scheming. Let me talk about my dreams. Let me walk, talk to you. Give me a chance to say to you the things that I've been thinking and I'm dreaming and I'm scheming. Being quiet and shy just ain't my thing. Give me your number, I'll give you a ring. Sit on your doorstep all winter long. Walk you to school, even mow your lawn. And let me talk just for a minute about my dreams. I see you in 'em. And let me walk just for a while. I'll talk to you, maybe you'll start to smile. Give me a chance to say to you the things that I've been thinking and I'm dreaming and I'm scheming and I'm being quiet and shy just ain't my thing. Give me your number, I'll give you a ring. Sit on your doorstep all winter long. Walk you to school, even mow your lawn. And
All right, welcome back live into Vinton-Shellsburg High School. It's Trojan Country Wrestling Thursday here in the WaMaC Conference. Darvin Graham and Matt Bear with you on the call. We are in our final bout of this Clear Creek-Amana Vinton-Shellsburg duel. These two teams are tied up 36-36 as we've got Brant Dickinson of Vinton-Shellsburg taking on Riker Jones of Clear Creek-Amana.
Here we go. This is what it's all about. Down to the last match for these two. Tied up 36.
Dickinson up by 2. As you can see, the Vikings in green.
Got a caution call here on the top man. Nice stand-up from Red. Nice stand-up and turn from the Clippers.
Riker
His
Jones
2 points there.
scoring quickly. 2-2.
Nice execution on the stand-up. Able to get the back position there with wrist control.
South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg coming up after this. I don't know if we might have a little bit of a break between the start of this next duel and the end of this one, so we'll see what the officials are going to say after the conclusion here. Dickinson working on top for Clear Creek-Amana. Tie score, though. Or excuse me, Riker Jones. Dickinson for Vinton-Shellsburg underneath.
He was able to turn that overhook.
Exciting scramble there on the far side of the mat. Jones maintains control.
Able to pick up some back points there. Really working that overhook there in the left arm.
This one's for all the cookies here between Vinton-Shellsburg and Clear Creek-Amana as they're tied 36-36. You can see the team scores up above at in the yellow line of the score clock in the left-hand corner of your screen there. Vinton-Shellsburg in green. Dickinson probably the longer framed wrestler a little bit. Although the height's about the same, I'd say Dickinson's got a little bit of a size, a little bit of a length advantage on Jones. But Jones doing a nice job here. Working on top. Potentially dangerous.
Potentially dangerous move there.
Whistle there.
You know, he really reaches really well for that elbow control. He chops that elbow, maintains wrist control, then gets the overhook. Something, it looks like he drills pretty well.
28 seconds to go here left in the second. And this is going to be the deciding match of this Vinton-Shellsburg Clear Creek-Amana duel. The Clippers coming away with a little bit more of a deciding victory against South Tama. There's some back points. Oh, that does not look good. That was probably a pin if the official's on the other side. Bad news bears here for Dickinson as he's in deep water, but he gets the grace of the period clock, and they'll go back to the center. Vinton-Shellsburg trailing 7-2 with a fresh 2 minutes. Well, one more period to decide it here.
Nice stand-up attempt there. Reaching for that far elbow.
Jones doing a nice job containing Dickinson. He's really kind of, I mean, from what I can tell, moving different angles and putting pressure forward.
Yeah, he's got good transition. You know, he'll do that elbow chop and then go to the far elbow.
Yeah. Out of bounds with him just over a minute to go.
I tell you, there is no quit here in this Vikings wrestler. He's still trying to advance his position, trying to get up from bottom.
Maybe a little cramp here for Jones as he's paused before taking position in the center. So an injury timeout will pause the action here in this final bout at 160. We would project to start this next round at 182, so that would look to be Damian Castellanos for South Tama, though I'm not sure of each of our South Tama wrestlers if they're cleared to wrestle at different classes and if the coaches might determine to move kids around. We don't know, but we should see Castellanos at 82 to start South Tama's duel. Minute left here in this 160-pound bout between Dickinson of Vinton-Shellsburg, Jones of Clear Creek-Amana. Jones up 7-2.
Yeah, Jones doing a good job establishing top control, grabbing elbows and wrists. For a far ankle. The stand up here. He's hand fighting. He's going to turn. He's got the escape at one point
comes
there.
away with the escape. 4 points to gain and 16 seconds to do it. That's a lot to ask.
Here.
3 periods deep.
He's trying to suck in the takedown. He's walking.
No points. No points. And Riker Jones is going to win this thing for Clear Creek-Amana. 39-36 will be the final. Clear Creek-Amana is going to leave this one as the victor of this double duel meet, winning against South Tama, and just now in this last 160-pound bout, defeating defeating Vinton-Shellsburg. But next up, it's going to be South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg. The Vikings and the Trojans have yet to meet this season, and we're excited to duel this one out. We're going to take a break here while we have the last moments of this second round bout, and we'll hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.
Located in the heart of corn and cattle country, Iowa Premium procures and processes only corn-fed Black Angus cattle that come hand-selected from family farms in Iowa and neighboring states. As Tama County's largest employer, the team at Iowa Premium are an anchor, not only in the beef industry, but throughout eastern and central Iowa. Iowa Premium, a national beef company. Marquess Law Office in Toledo is a proud Trojan Country sponsor and supporter of STC activities. Attorney Mike Marquess and the staff at Marquess Law Office are here to help during life's most challenging moments. The attorneys at Marquess Law specialize in a variety of areas, including family law, criminal defense, real estate, and civil litigation. With a growing staff of legal professionals, there's a good chance Marquess Law can handle your case. Marquess Law. We care, we listen, we can help. Call 641-484-1001 or visit tamalaw.com for more. Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated. Sharn Weber's in Toledo serves central and northeast Iowa with the latest in heating and cooling systems, water softeners, plumbing and electrical installation, as well as expert service and repair. As a family-owned hallmark business from the South Tama community, Sharn Weber's is proud to support Trojan spirit on the field, on the stage, on the court, or in the classroom. When the job needs done, call Sharn Weber's at 800-542-7980. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services, such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. If you believe in capturing meaningful moments, you've made it to the right place. The Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films are a proud supporter of Trojan Country and South Tama County activities. Located near Conrad, the Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films offer an array of photo and video services, including family photos, newborns, kids and seniors, weddings, and commercial media. Check them out on the web at tfdphoto.com or on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Welcome back live to Vinton-Shellsburg High School. We're a couple minutes away from the start of this South Tama Vinton-Shellsburg duel, our final duel of this meet here tonight. Clear Creek-Amana just kind of swept their action, and they're out of the building and headed home for the night. The Clippers getting wins against South Tama and most recently Vinton-Shellsburg. And we're getting ready to start things up here on the wrestling mats. We're going to have basketball, a little programming update for you. We're going to have basketball coverage tomorrow evening. South Tama boys hosting Center Point Urbana. So we're going to have that one live from the Roundhouse starting around 7 p.m. STC boys and girls were in action on Tuesday against Mount Vernon. Both teams taking losses in those contests. So they're coming in looking for a win against the Stormin' Pointers. So tune in tomorrow if you can't make it out to the Roundhouse. The girls, of course, will be on the road taking on the Pointers in center point. All right, here we go. The start of this duel between South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg is going to be Damian Castellanos at 182. And I believe Max Jansen for the Vikings.
Good shot in there by Jansen, but sprawl. Castellanos gets the sprawl here, get the front headlock.
Big, strong kid, Castellanos, transferring into South Tama after spending some time in Marshalltown.
Break the tie up there, both working for an underhook. Another shot by Jansen, sprawl. Castellanos.
Taking his time, just working that front half
Turn
a little
that corner.
bit. And Castellanos scores 2.
Turn that corner, get into the back of Jansen. Nice elbow control. Switch sides, gets his toes out of bounds. About got him flattened out.
And there's the
There
pin.
it is.
Damian Castellanos gets the win by fall in the first period. And South Tama is out and running here in the first.
Nice work by Castellanos.
The senior for South Tama goes 1-1 after taking a loss by fall. But he is going to be called for unsportsmanlike, and so that will take a point off of South Tama's team score. I didn't see what happened there, but must have just been some words exchanged at the end of that one. Next up at 195, it will be South Tama's freshman Marcus Bear taking on Curtis Erickson of Vinton-Shellsburg. Erickson coming in, the number 12 ranked wrestler at 195 and a state qualifier from last season. South Tama, of course, tonight in the white and black singlets. Vinton-Shellsburg in all black with the yellow trim. And South Tama, if you're looking at your score clock here, South Tama in red this evening.
Erickson working for the double underhooks. Bear getting the hands in the armpits here.
Love the fight from this freshman here. From what I've seen from him this season, not afraid to step in with just about anybody. And here's a senior that he's facing, probably giving up 5 pounds or so and a couple inches, and going in there, getting the hands active early, and still scoreless here. First minute of the first period. Let's see who can set up a shot first in this 195-pound bout.
Yeah, we got a pretty intense tie-up going on here. Good hand fight. Looks like Erickson's trying to set up an ankle pick. He go for that double underhook and then drops down, changes level, reaches for the ankle.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good shot. Sprawl.
The sprawl
Bear's
from Bear.
got the sprawl. They're blocking it here, grabbing the ankle.
He's gonna have to get heavy with the hips, and got 1 second to go, and that will be the first period. Scoreless after 1.
First period, standing in the middle. Hand fighting, working for the tie-up. Erickson trying for that ankle pick early. See if he goes back to that. Here we go. Erickson on bottom. Roll out by Erickson.
So the point for the escape will be the first action on the scoreboard. Vinton-Shellsburg up by 1. This is South Tama's freshman Marcus Bear wrestling at 195, second bout of this duel.
Nice.
The
Step
throw.
sweep. Almost.
Almost had it,
With
just the
that
toe
throw.
in bounds.
Attempt there by Bear. Out of bounds.
Bear doing a nice job on defense. Going to have to find an opportunity, find where he's going to score here in this.
That underhook trip. Going to roll
throw, he's
through,
got
trying to roll through.
Two
Loses
toes
the
in.
grip.
And Erickson scores 2 off the exchange. He's leading 3-0.
Got 1 minute left here in the period. Bear fighting off his back.
So 3 back points awarded. And Bear will be down 6-0 with 54 seconds to go. Second bout of this duel. South Tama took a win in the first. Castellanos for the Trojans get a win by fall.
A caution on top man here.
Now Bear trying to get the roll through. Erickson's too heavy. He's a big body.
Yeah.
Throws the shoulders down, and that's going to be at the pin for Curtis Erickson of Vinton-Shellsburg over Marcus Bear.
Good battle from the freshman.
Yeah, really nice.
Did not back down at all.
So we go to 2:20. And I think the official just working through the unsportsmanlike point that's going to have to get awarded. So we should be Vinton leading 7-6 as that's getting adjusted here. We've got girls matches going on over on mat number 2. Just a moment here before we get things back in action on our 220-pound bout. We should have Gavin Bridgewater. He's and it will be Bridgewater at 220. And at 220. Parker Arnold, the junior, wrestling Gavin Bridgewater, the number 2 ranked Class 2A wrestler and state runner-up from last year. Here's Bridgewater in his second bout of the night.
Nice ankle pick from Bridgewater.
Bridgewater the takedown. Got Arnold in trouble here on his back.
He didn't step over. Got that, keeping that leg Turk. Nice work from Bridgewater, keeping that leg Turk, stepping over.
3 back points.
Yeah, Arnold able to roll over though. Skate, get off his back.
Bridgewater looking dominant here in the first.
That tilt, break the hold, take it the other way.
All kinds of looks from the junior from South Tama here. He's got another shoulder down, and there's the pin. Gavin Bridgewater over Parker Arnold of Vinton-Shellsburg.
Good look from Bridgewater there, nice and control.
South Tama will have a win by forfeit at 285. Palmaraz will not have a bout, so he'll take the W. And we go to 106. It's Cale Graff for South Tama taking on Eli Olinger, a freshman from Vinton-Shellsburg. Graff got a win by fall in his first round. Graff quickly to the neck. He's trying to set a good quick pace against Olinger, who's easily the smaller wrestler here. Graff a sophomore. You can tell in the body types here. Quick shot there by Graff. And the takedown.
Graff able to turn the corner, collect the 2 points. Oh, we've got a reversal here. Olinger on the scramble.
So some speed there by the freshman from Vinton-Shellsburg, and we got a little bit of a match here. 2-2 after the reverse. And Graff's gonna have to stay focused. Use the advantages that are available and keep this one going.
Sit out attempt here by Graff. Able to turn, get away, get us an escape point here from Graff. A little snap down. Graff collects his 2 points.
5-2. The sophomore from South Tama leading freshman Eli Olinger of Vinton-Shellsburg. Late into the first period as the Trojans leading 18-5 in dual scoring.
You've got Olinger sticking his leg out there to post. Graff looking to use it against him.
One shoulder.
Graff counting those back points, got him caught in the cradle.
9 seconds to go. You have to get out of. Graff trying to elevate the midsection there, and that'll just be 3 back points. Into the second. Cale Graff leading 8-2. We've got Addison Klink wrestling over on the girls' match. I heard the announcer say I can't see the action over there, but Klink got a win in her first round against her opponent from Clear Creek-Amana.
Olinger on the shot. Graff with the sprawl. Trying to get his hand in there, push that head away. Olinger not letting go though.
No, he's been a little honey badger down in there, and
he's getting his head out.
And there's the back points.
Olinger able to get his head out here. Top control on Graff.
Some composure here going to be needed for the sophomore. And
Graff reversal.
And the scramble there. Trying to set it up. And the pin.
And Graff gets it.
Cale Graff with the win by fall.
Now that was exciting.
What a fun 106-pound match there. Well-fought match between both kids. But a nice job. Nice job by Cale Graff of South Tama to just keep his head in that one. Fought off a couple different situations and came away with the W.
A nice fight from Olinger, too.
Yeah. So at 113, it's going to be Giovanni Perez for the Trojans. And I believe Gavin Morgan may be the wrestler for. We didn't have 113 against Clear Creek-Amana. We'll see Gavin Morgan, the opponent for Perez here. 24-5, the Trojans leading in team scoring.
Perez pushing the pace. Forcing the action out of bounds. Try for that outside trip. Morgan able to capitalize on that.
Here's a takedown coming from Morgan. Gets the 2.
Morgan working on that far elbow.
This is Giovanni Perez wrestling for South Tama in the gray and blue at 113. Against Gavin Morgan.
Reversal.
Little reversal there by Perez.
Perez able to get his 2 points reversal.
And that's exactly what Coach Van Dyke is asking for from this 113-pounder here. He's a JV wrestler that just gets asked, in different situations when the matchup is right to come in, step in, and wrestle varsity. And so Perez is going to be whistled for a violation, grabbing the headgear. So a point will go to Morgan and the Vikings, and they now lead 3-2 in this match. But a good effort here so far from Giovanni Perez of South Tama.
Morgan up on the stand-up. He's got his hand fight going. Perez able to bring him back down.
Throw down by Perez.
Good job by Perez, maintaining her top control, staying heavy.
Just had a update from the girls' side. Paige Clemenson from Vinton-Shellsburg getting a win by fall over Addison Klink of South Tama. Jamie Dolash at 235 got a win by forfeit. So it should be Taylor Johansson coming up next for the Trojans.
Morgan working from the bottom here, trying to get some hand fight going on. Gotta be careful.
Perez rolls through.
Scramble there.
Now trying to get the pin here.
Refs counting off those back points.
And the pin. Oh,
Perez.
the bench goes wild for South Tama.
Perez with the alligator roll. You've seen that happen.
Oh, nice job there by Giovanni Perez of South Tama. He's excited. South Tama's excited to see him get a win. And we go to 120. It's going to be Eli Brandon, the district qualifier for South Tama, and Alden Swanson. He's the number 7 ranked wrestler. He wrestles got him number 7 at 126. He's wrestled 120 in both duels tonight. But a really nice opportunity for Brandon here, and a big match coming up for this junior. They go to the outside edge. Brandon the underhook. Nice little juke move there as the shot from Swanson.
Nice little step to the side there from Brandon.
Yep.
You've got a lot of pressure coming. Swanson really bringing the pressure. Brandon able to just step to the side. Almost cost him 2 points. Almost cost him 2 points
it did.
there.
Blood timeout as Brandon goes to the trainer's table to get looked at. A little blood coming from the nose, and quick check in with our girls duel over here on the other mat.
Shot by Swanson. Sprawl by Brannon. Swanson's coming up with that shot.
And the takedown there. Takedown for Swanson. Brandon trailing by 2. Vinton-Shellsburg is in the green side of the score clock tonight. So if you're looking there, that's what you're looking for.
Nice sit-out attempt by Brannon. Turn the corner.
Squirrely biscuits there from the junior, and he's out and on top. Really nice looking move. Brandon staying tough here.
Got a bloody nose here. A blood timeout. Yeah, Brandon able to get that reversal, he executed the sit out really well, turned the corner. Next thing you know, there's a scramble, and it ends up on top.
And we're tied at 2. South Tama will next be in action over the weekend at the Bill Van Horn Invite, their annual trip to Pella. The usual slate of competitors on tap there. It's going to be Norwalk, Pella, Oskaloosa, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, Davis County, I believe, is there, Benton Community. So good luck to the wrestlers as they head out on Saturday. That'll be, I believe, either a 9 or 9:30 start in Pella. This will be our last coverage of the wrestling team until we get to January. I don't have that schedule announced, but if you follow us on Facebook, look us up at STC Trojan Country, and we'll announce our post-holiday break schedule from January on to the end here in the next couple of weeks. You see an opportunity here for Brandon, Matt? Where do you go scoring-wise, trying to put some points on the board against Swanson?
I think you go back to the well here with Brandon. Swanson, in a neutral position, he's always coming forward. He's always moving forward, and that little sidestep Brandon was able to give him, I think you catch him on surprise here.
Swanson quickly up and out, and not out, but the throwdown by Brandon. Brandon trying to get him turned, but
trying to work the tilt. Swanson's defending.
It's good to stay aggressive though here from Brandon. Really trying to advance, put pressure on Swanson underneath. Into the first. Brandon will start on bottom to start the second.
Right away, right off the whistle, Brandon attempts to stand up, clears the hands.
Not out yet.
Quite away yet.
And they go back to the mat. That's really one of Brandon's strong suits. Is he's such a lanky wrestler that it can be kind of a spider in there a little bit.
He gets his 2.
The takedown, or the reversal by Brandon.
Reversal.
Puts him up 4-2. Nice effort here by Brandon into the second. He's going to go back on top.
Locked hand violation here on Brandon. Gives Swanson 1 point, 4-3. Sit out attempt here by Swanson. Up to his feet.
Maylee Ellsbury up on the mats wrestling on the girls' side. She's taking on Sadie Burke of Vinton-Shellsburg. Taylor Johansson took a loss by fall at 115 against Bree Swenson of Vinton-Shellsburg. And then we haven't had anybody else up until 140 with Ellsbury.
We're neutral.
Brandon and Swanson.
There it is.
Going at it here late in the second. A shot by
Nice
Brandon.
duck under from Brandon. Once again, he's using that Swanson aggressiveness against him with that duck under.
Great timing there by the junior.
Yep.
And Swanson came out real hot in that first period. You could just kind of see it, and then Brandon's going to be called for an illegal maneuver there. No points awarded, though. We're just going to stop the action, go back to center.
Swanson up to his feet. Brandon able to bring him back down to the mat.
We go to the third. Eli Brandon easily winning the second period. But a very skilled and tough competitor here he's facing with Alden Swanson. We're going to start neutral. Still anybody's match here.
Swanson trying that front headlock. Brandon trying to peel that front headlock off.
Coach Van Dyke telling him to go to the elbow, get things moved around.
Swanson trying to turn the corner here.
Brandon back to his feet.
Brandon trying to suck that leg in.
And a stalemate is the call. We'll go back to the center. Tough match between these two kids at 120. Couple tough ones with that. With Graff getting that late win at 106. Perez coming in, getting the pin. Lightweight's showing out here tonight. And the takedown there by Swanson. That ties it up. Brandon trying to roll through. Swanson's got him controlled on the front side. And
reversal.
There it is. A reversal. And
Brandon
2 points for Eli
out.
Brandon.
Brandon was able to get his head out, score the 2 points, maintain control here in the back.
Under 30 seconds to go. Eli Brandon working on top. Gonna have to just control this thing. Ten seconds.
10 seconds in this third period.
Swanson seems pretty resigned down there, and that's probably going to be it. He'll come away with the escape.
There it is.
There it is. Eli Brandon, huge win against a ranked opponent.
Big win for Brandon. He showed up tonight.
And just all kinds of skills employed there, too. It wasn't just maybe got lucky on a stick and put his weight down at the right time. That was negotiating several different attacks from Swanson. Mari Chavez will again not have a and Vinton-Shellsburg will stay open at 126. And Mari Chavez does not get any action tonight here in Vinton-Shellsburg. We go to 132, Mikhail Baer for the Trojans. And I believe Owen Mullenix is the 132-pounder. Bear taking a late loss in the third period against Clear Creek-Amana, against Nolan Howell. Looking for redemption here against Vinton-Shellsburg. With that little run in the lightweight, South Tama up big here, 39-5 in team scoring.
Molnix and Bear here tying up in the middle of the mat.
Shot by Bear. Well defended by Molnix. The trip.
Nice trip by Bear. Keeps the leg.
Really nice control there by McHale. Potentially dangerous whistle there, called against South Tama. So a point will be awarded to Molnix. Bear stays on top, leading 2-1 after the takedown.
Bear looking for that cradle. Can't see view. Has his hands locked. Nope.
He's got him, but the shoulders and neck of Molnix just not locked down quite tight enough, and Molnix stays on his tummy. 30 seconds to go, first period. Good action here by the junior from South Tama. We started this one at 182, so we've got.
Here we go. Bear's got him
There's
over
the
his
back
back,
points
and
of
there
the
it
pin.
is.
McHale Bear with the pin against Owen Molnix of Vinton-Shellsburg. The Trojans looking strong here tonight against Vinton-Shellsburg. Have only taken one loss so far at 195. And we go to 138. Drayton White for South Tama. And Carter Lamont for Vinton-Shellsburg. White took a loss in his bout against Clear Creek-Amana. It was a decision. Finish there. We'll see how he does here against Lamont. Lamont quickly out to a takedown. And quickly gets White onto a shoulder. Back points coming there. .50, Drayton White trailing against Carter Lamont of Vinton-Shellsburg. All kinds of pressure coming, and the pin. Really an uphill battle there for Drayton White. And he takes the loss by fall. That brings us to 145. South Tama's Jacob Youngbear. Youngbear in his first bout of the day took a 6-1 decision loss to Max Carlson of Clear Creek-Amana. That one went down to the wire. And Youngbear will take on Landon Osborne of Vinton-Shellsburg. And Youngbear bumping up 2 weights from last year as a sophomore, coming up from 32 to 45.
Youngbear tried to shuck the arm there. Shot by Osborne. Sprawl by Youngbear. Youngbear looking to circle.
Nice job keeping those toes in bounds.
Nice move by Youngbear. circling around, collecting his takedown points there.
Out of bounds finally there. Go back to the middle.
Nice cross-face ankle grab there by Young Bear. He's keeping that far. Elbow, walking to the head. Able to circle, turn him over on his back.
Back points coming. Good effort here by Jacob Youngbear. And there's the pin.
There it is, Young Bear.
Nice win for that young man. Update from the girls' side. Maylee Ellsbury winning her match by fall against Sadie Burke at 140. I didn't have Autumn Ellsbury in action. And so the girls are wrapped up over on mat 2. Klink Johansson taking losses in the lightweights. Ellsbury in taking a win, and Dolash got a win by forfeit. Here we are at 152. Cyrus Mathis on for the Trojans. Big throw there by Vinton-Shellsburg. Okay, so we do have Cooper Sanders. So that must be his brother Gabe. He must just be coaching this year. At any rate, we've got Cooper Sanders, the #1 ranked 152-pounder in Class 2A, taking on Cyrus Mathis of South Tama. Mathis. Let's see if I can get his result from the Clear Creek-Amana Valley.
Good stand up by Mathis.
Mathis almost came back and won against Beck Arendt, but took a decision loss. He's got all he can handle here against Cooper Sanders of Vinton-Shellsburg.
Sanders scores the cradle.
And Sanders finishes it off in the first. Now to 160. For South Tama, it'll be Kinzer Jeanette, the sophomore. And for Vinton-Shellsburg, waiting for the name to get typed into the thing. Grant Dickinson is the opponent for Kinzer Jeanette. Jeanette taking a loss by fall against Clear Creek-Amana. Second to last bout of this duel here at Vinton-Shellsburg. Coming up, it'll be 170 with Madden Martinez taking the mat for the Trojans. But here's Jeanette and Dickinson. First period action.
Dickinson reaching for the leg there. Jeanette able to get that hand off of that knee.
South Tama's bench encouraging Jeanette to get moving with the hand fighting to get in for a shot, but Dickinson will strike first and get the takedown for 2.
Right into wrist control for Dickinson. Jeanette working on bottom, getting to his base.
Got JV matches going on over on
Dickinson
mat
looking
2.
for the cradle.
Tough spot for Jeanette here in the middle of the mat. He's got 10 seconds. Try and ride this out. And he gets away to his stomach. And he'll live to fight another day here as we go to the second period. Jeanette will start on top in the second.
Dickinson's up to his feet, right back down to the mat.
Jeanette with the throw. Jeanette's going to try another throw, and that's a lot of gas in the tank to be using here in the second.
Jeanette doing a good job, staying heavy. Dixon gets to his feet. Yep. Reversal for Dickinson.
Dickinson had a barn burner against Riker Jones in his first bout of the night. Came away with a close loss. And trying to get in the win column here against. And Jeanette's going to be called for an illegal maneuver, calling for pulling a finger there, and so that will give a point to the Vikings, and we'll go to a blood timeout. A reminder, we'll be in action from the Roundhouse tomorrow evening, starting around 7 o'clock for South Tama and Center Point Urbana boys basketball. Varsity contest should start around 7:30, so tune in for a little pregame show. And then STC basketball to finish out your week. Still waiting to get the mat cleaned up so we can get things underway. One more bout to come after this one. We've got 170 with Madden Martinez for the Trojans coming up.
Jeanette here on bottom after blood timeout. Jeanette going to come out the back door.
And a scramble. Dickinson still controlling that right leg for Kendra Jeanette, so he kind of keeps the reversal at bay for the moment. And he's the longer body here, so he's got the leverage working for him, got the physics in play, and he's only got 13 seconds to ride this thing out if he can just keep control of that leg.
Jeanette doing a good job with this sprawl, though. We call that belly button to the mat, getting his belly button to the mat, staying heavy, able to fight that takedown off. Jeanette
unable to get out, and that will do it for the second period. South Tama sophomore Kendra Jeanette trailing 8-0 going into the third. See what Jeanette can put together here. The ref calling for action underneath from Dickinson. He's for sure gonna get a stall call if things don't improve here. And some wrist control from Dickinson. Jeanette to his feet.
Dickinson able to break that front headlock. Duck under shot from Dickinson. Sprawl from Jeanette. He's got heavy hips. Dickinson isn't giving it up though. He's tight in on that knee, trying to pull it in. Jeanette's pushing the head down to the mat, staying heavy. You got a whistle.
And another blood timeout. So another pause in the action here, and Jeanette's going to have plenty of work to be done. He's going to try and come back in this one. South Tama salted away the team victory, leading 51-23 with only one bout yet to go. Trojans varsity boys will head to Pella on Saturday, the Bill Van Horn invite. If it's decent weather, get yourself down to Pella, cheer on the Trojans. Go get some bakery goods. Do the Pella thing if you want. Should be a nice day.
Those Dutch letters.
Ugh.
Oh.
You know, really where it's at is not in the letter, but you can get, they're called a banquette, and it's just like a Dutch letter log. It's just one big log with the paste in there, and you get a more filling. It's beautiful. Back in action here.
Back in action here. We go tied
Jeanette
up.
And Dickinson.
A shot from Dickinson. It's in deep. Jeanette able to stay on his feet.
Good balance there by the sophomore.
That outside trip from Dickinson, able to score the takedown on the edge of the mat.
And that'll do it. Final score 11-0. Jeanette taking the loss, going 0-2 on the day. And now we come to our final bout of this evening. It'll be Darian Snyder, a junior, taking on Madden Martinez of South Tama. Martinez just a freshman, but haven't seen him much yet this year. He was out at the home duels. Officials making sure they got the right player listed there. So it'd be interesting to see kind of a little more action from Martinez, as he was unavailable for the home dual meet last weekend. And here he is tonight against Darian Snyder.
Snyder coming out, giving pressure. Shot by Snyder. Martinez able to belly out. Snyder working the half Nelson.
Snyder's just moving him around. You can just see him sliding
Martinez back to his
around.
feet, though. Martinez back to his feet, doing some hand fighting, clears the hands, and gets an escape point.
Back to work here as they go neutral.
Shot by Martinez.
Couldn't quite get the leg, but comes away with 2 points there, and he's leading 3-2.
Snyder able to get back to his feet, get that escape. We're back to a tie-up in the middle of the mat here.
Just a missed time there Martinez shoots, didn't quite get in aggressive enough.
Snyder took advantage.
Yep.
Snyder gets it turned over.
And the pin
There it is.
will finish it off here from Vinton-Shellsburg. Final score, 51-33. And we'll quick recap of the Vinton-Shellsburg duel here in a moment. Get that pulled up. We started at 182. Damian Castellanos got a win by fall over Max Jansen. And then at 195, the state qualifier Curtis Erickson getting a win over Marcus Bear in the second period by fall. Gavin Bridgewater wrestled twice tonight at wrestled at 220. He wrestled at 285 against CCA. Bridgewater getting a pin against Parker Arnold in the first period. Nathaniel Pomeras got a win by forfeit. Cale Graff got a nice win against Eli Olinger at 106, pinning him just under 3 minutes. Giovanni Perez got a pin against Gavin Morgan at 113. Eli Brannon came out and got a huge win against number 7 Alden Swanson of Vinton-Shellsburg, an 8-6 decision, and he earned every bit of that victory there. 126 was Amari Chavez. He got a win by forfeit and did not see any action tonight. At 132, Mikhail Bear got a pin against Owen Mullenix and went 1-for-1 on the night. At 138, Carter Lamont defeated Drayton White by fall. At 145, Jacob Youngbear of South Tama got his first win of the night and went 1-1, defeating Landon Osborne by fall in the second period. And then at 152, Vinton-Shellsburg's number 1 ranked Cooper Sanders easily pinned Cyrus Mathis, went down in the first period there. Brant Dickinson at 160 for Vinton-Shellsburg majored Kinzer Jeanette 11-0, and the match we just saw was Darian Schneider pinning Madden Martinez of South Tama at 170. Quickly running down the JV matches, just a few of those that took place between the Trojans and the Vikings. Zach Dickinson from Vinton-Shellsburg pinned Garrett Sermon. Chase Gustafson got a win by fall against Sheldon Varner. South Tama's Britton Brandt got a pin against Colton Beam. Wyatt Sermon defeated Cole Seams by fall. And Drew Malees took a loss by fall against Aiden Parmiter. So that's the rundown of action here from Vinton-Shellsburg. Final thoughts for you, Matt?
A really exciting night here for Trojan Wrestling. You know, when I look back at the matches this evening, you look at that big win for Brandon against Alden Swanson. You know, I think Brandon was able to come in and take advantage of Swanson's aggressiveness. Swanson was very aggressive, pressing toward him all the time. Brandon was able to sidestep that, able to get in deep on an ankle, on a leg. It's a big win for Brandon. High five to him, the rest of the crew. Another one is a big win for Young Bear tonight. Comes out, gets a pin against Landon Osborne. Good showing for him. All around, good action for Trojan Nation here this evening. The weather outside was frightful, but the wrestling was so delightful.
Man, there
here.
you go. That's a great segue there. Yeah, we're you can't ask much more, I think, for Coach Van Dyke. He's got to feel